Listen, we all know there are things in life that you have to compromise on. When it comes to your health, there should be no compromises. Don't keep going back to that one doctor who barely listens. Instead, check out ZocDoc, the place where you can find and book doctors who will actually listen, make you feel comfortable, and prioritize your health. Now, after using ZocDoc, I could never go back to booking my doctors the regular way, okay? Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
As summer winds down and we transition into fall, I'm really looking forward to cozying up with cooler weather and, of course, it's also the perfect time to refresh your look. Pair Eyewear has infinite possibilities to match your vibe, starting at just $60, including prescription. This fall, I'm excited to switch up my style with their fun seasonal frames. Fall into a new routine with infinite possibilities from Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com and use code SIBLING15 for 15% off your first pair. And support the show by mentioning that Sibling Rivalry sent you in a post-checkout survey. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code SIBLING15.
Can I start with some advice since everyone loves advice so much? When you talk to your doctor, tell the truth. Don't save face. Don't say you're working out more than you work out. Don't say that you're drinking less than you're actually drinking. Don't tell them that you're taking or finishing medication you didn't finish. Y'all, they're not there to judge you. They're just trying to give you accurate medical attention. So just tell the truth when you're at the doctor, please.
You know, I have definitely lied to the doctor before. I'm like, and in the moment, I was like, nigga, who are you? You're only doing a disservice to yourself. I remember, like, after the lie came out, I was like, why did you say that? I was like,
because you're embarrassed because the doctor's asking you very private questions. How often do you work out? And you're like, every day. I can't stop.
Do you have sex with other men?
You're like, under duress. Only if I'm like desperate.
Only
if I'm like really desperate.
Like Harlem hookups. Oh God, let me not bring that back.
Thank you all so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh my God. Okay, two things I want to say before we get into the episode. Number one, they have a 0 sugar Baja Blast at the Taco Bell, baby. So you can drink all the 0 sugar you want. I mean, all the Baja Blast you want and not feel any guilt. Why are you doing that face?
Instagram Reels? Why do you have the same information everyone else? Girl, they've had Baja Blast, 0 Baja Blast at Taco Bell for years.
Years. Okay, not Monét. Years.
Monét, you know Jacob will confirm this. I eat Taco Bell all the time. I love Taco Bell down. Okay. And in fact, when I was on the Madonna tour, I was eating Taco Bell like literally all the time. Which is before when we were rehearsing, which is I ended up losing all that weight because I was actually if you order the 2019 one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
because I was using the Lose It app, which I'm not obsessing over, by the way. I don't strongly recommend it because it was a little bit obsessive, but you can get a 500-calorie meal from Taco Bell with the Doritos Locos, and I found it quite I always found it quite filling. Then I would get a giant Baja Blast 0.
Yeah, I love a Baja Blast. Baja Blast is so fucking good. I don't know what they put. It's akin to it's like Mountain Dew and Sprite had a baby. And I just love a Baja Blast. Baja Blast makes me feel good inside. It makes me happy. I just love Baja Blast. And they don't sell it. Like, you can't go to the store and buy Baja Blast. And I think that's
only. Well, they used to also have Code Red. Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever had Code
Red, y'all. Jacob, I think KFC has Code Red still. Could you Google that? Mountain Dew had a flavor called Code Red for a very short time in stores, and then it moved to either KFC exclusively or and it's not a Taco Bell. I know that for sure. But Mountain Dew Code Red was a game changer. Truly resplendent. And also, if you all okay, oh my god, I'm so glad we're talking about zero because like this
Oh my
is
God.
it means so much to me.
I talked about this before. The zero sugar game is crazy. The way that these
Yes.
sodas taste just like the thing with zero sugar, like we kind of, Bob. There has to be something they're doing that is bad for us.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't care. I don't care. Dr. Pepper Vanilla Zero. Y'all, first of all, when it comes to Dr. Pepper is the best diet soda in the business. Even diet Dr. Pepper is.
I don't even like
tastes,
Dr. Pepper. I hate Dr. Pepper.
Okay, then you don't understand. Like, you don't get it. The girls who get it, and the girls who don't. Because Dr. Pepper is an amazing soda.
Off the heels of the Delta, I think you and I should do a soda. No, first of all, okay, we need to do two things. We need to do. I'm gonna give you a soda taste test, and you need to give me an alcohol taste test. Because you know how I think a lot of like all the clear ones taste the same, and all the. We need to do that. I think we should do that on our.
If you did the alcohol smell test, I'd be able to tell you what was what just by smelling it. I'd be like, vodka.
I want to do the taste.
Rum.
So at the end, I can be like,
obviously, I'm not tasting it, but I'm letting you know, like, just they smell so different. Like the smells are disparate.
You also have bad vision, so I feel like your sense of smell is heightened because you have bad vision. You're like a fucking that happens.
Which I'm not blind.
You're not blind, but your vision is impeded.
Yes, I have impaired vision since I was 4, but I'm not like I can legally drive without my glasses.
This nigga's like fucking what's his name? Daredevil. Bobby out here like.
Well, I have my prescription on the. Is your prescription on the inside of your glasses? Let's see.
I don't know.
To any doctor out there, what does this mean? My numbers are. This might be the order for the glasses. This actually might be the order for the glasses.
It's full on the SKU number for the fucking glasses.
Also, I get a lot of questions about these glasses. Well, I don't want to say who they are because I'm not trying to like plug them. Whatever.
They're not paying us.
The place I went and got these glasses from. These are actually sunglasses. And I was like, could you make them? Could you just put? I said, oh, I like these. Could you just make them into regular glasses? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. So I just went over to the when I went to the place to get my glasses. I just saw these cool sunglasses, and I was like, oh, could these just be regular glasses? And they said yes.
Oh my God, we're so similar. This is the story with my glasses too. So
oh yeah, really?
These are some Gucci glasses. And I went to the store. I was like, they had these for the thing. I was like,
oh, but you give Gucci free plugs.
Oh.
You know, if you're doing a bit coming like Gucci, I'm just gonna go ahead and shout these out. They're Warby Parker, very inexpensive, and I get a lot. I mean, because they're so inexpensive, they're like $60 something. I get like 4 pair at a time.
Yeah, these are really expensive too. These were like $800 or $900, and then so I took them to a place and I got the lenses taken out and put glasses in them.
And if you're looking for new glasses, you can go to warbyparker.com/rivalry.
Oh.
Jacob, could you tell me where Code Red is? Did you Google that?
Also, I was kidding about
it looks like it was discontinued and moved into a Code Red Zero. KFC does do exclusive Mountain Dew beverages, but none of them are Code Red. There's like a blueberry one. There's like a passion fruit one called like Passion something lightning. But KFC does not do Code Red.
I missed the exclusive sodas. Also, I want to say I was kidding about the not inexpensive $800. I was doing a bit, y'all. It's not.
I don't think it was a bit. I think you realized it didn't land. I think you realized how it looks.
Look these up. These glasses were not. I mean, it was like 5 years ago. These glasses were not. Gucci doesn't. I mean, I'm sure they do sell glasses that are expensive, but usually they're around $300 or $400, and never that much.
Oh, cheap pennies. Pennies on the dollar.
I think I missed. I didn't realize that these fast food brands out here had exclusive flavors. Like, I guess I just, besides Baja Blast, I've never thought about it.
It's a Mountain Dew thing. Only Mountain Dew does this. So Mountain Dew has like cornered the market when it comes to exclusive beverages. I don't know if only, but they really are the leaders in this. Like, you can only get this soda at this fast food restaurant.
But that's a good thing because, baby, let me tell you something. I will go to when I have a little craving for Baja Blast. I will go to and get Taco Bell and order a whole meal just to get a Baja Blast.
What's your Taco Bell order?
Oh, okay. I get the Nachos Bel Grande with the. Why are you doing that?
I was just.
I get the Nachos Bel Grande. I add lettuce to my Nachos Bel Grande, and I get extra seasoned beef. Which, y'all, honestly, I get the extra seasoned beef every time, and I've gotten it without adding the extra beef. It'd be the same amount of beef. They do not extra in the beef, so you'd be paying like $1.
I would put it on the side.
Ooh, I don't think you can choose that option. Like when you order an Uber Eats, you can't say put the beef on the side. So honestly, skip out on the extra beef because they do not be putting extra beef in my shit. And then I put lettuce and onions on my Nacho Grande and in my and I get a crunchy Taco Supreme. Then I get what's the name of it? That new chicken burrito thing. Have you had the new chicken the new Cantina burrito thing?
No, I've not.
Bitch, the fucking Cantina burrito. I'm gonna tell y'all the name of it because y'all not gonna believe me how good this is, honey. It's called the Cantina chicken burrito. I don't know what flavorings they have in it, but the chicken is so good. The sauce is really good. The Cantina chicken burrito is everything. Those are two things.
When I was in Long Island for months, they had this like taco that was like grilled, but it had cheese on the outside. It was only there for like a few months. It was not a hit, but it was the best thing I've ever had from Taco Bell. I'm so mad at y'all for letting it flop because now I can't have it. It was so good. But my order depends on whether or not I'm hungry. If I'm really hungry, I'm going to get the Doritos Locos Tacos.
Mm-hmm. How many?
I'm going to get a Doritos Locos Chalupa.
You're a Chalupa girl?
Yeah, the Chalupa. Yeah.
God, Chalupa.
Said the Nacho Bel Grande. Said the most basic thing at Taco Bell.
Bitch,
that's hilarious.
Everything, but I add onions and lettuce to my shit, so my shit be popping.
Said the most basic order from Taco Bell. Anyway, and then I get a quesadilla, a chicken quesadilla, and I get the cinnamon balls.
Okay.
And if I'm not that hungry, I just get the Doritos Locos and the Mountain Dew.
Okay, yeah, I used to get the cinnamon balls, but they're not good. Like something changed in the recipe where the consistency on the outside is not what it used to be. Like in the past,
how far are you from Taco Bell? That's what's changed. It's how far you are from Taco Bell. If you get, I'm telling you, this has changed for me too. I noticed. I don't fuck around about Taco. I be eating Taco Bell. Okay, if you're further, the cinnamon balls do not keep well. They don't hold long. Right. What you want is that soft outside. With a gooey center.
Right.
But if you live far from Taco Bell, by the time it gets to you, it's going to be hard on the outside and the inside is going to be cold. Or go to the Taco Bell and order them. You will be having a very different experience. You will be having a very different experience.
I was in my fat back, bitch. I was in my big back era last
night. Big back.
Big back down. So, this is a story. So, number one, you and I talked about this before, but shout out to Sarah Lazarus. She's a comedian. She had a show last night at Dynasty Typewriter, and she like emailed me like months ago. She's like, "Hey Monét, I'm new to LA. Would you be interested in doing some time at my show?" I was like, "Sure." And then so I went. Also, Dylan Adler was there. Do you know Dylan Adler? Love Dylan Adler. He's so funny.
No, I don't know Dylan Adler.
Asian comedian. He's half Asian, half white guy. He sings a lot with his twin.
Oh, he's the one who does the Lin-Manuel Miranda impersonation.
Yes. Is it?
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, he does the Lin-Manuel, and he has a twin.
Yeah, he's so funny. Dylan is so fucking funny. I love Dylan Adler. Anyway, so I did 15 minutes. I did Out of Drag, and like we talked about this before, but I just want to iterate. It is so affirming, and it's so like fierce when I get up there Out of Drag and do my own bit, and people were like telling me how funny and how hilarious I was because that means that my comedy is not contingent upon me being impersonating a lady. Anyway, it was a very nice show. Sarah was great. The audience was fucking fab. So after that, I came home. It was like 1:00 in the morning. Annie and I in bed watching something. And at like 2:45, I'm like, no, at like 2:00, I'm like, let's order Taco Bell. And he's like, no, I'm not going to eat. I'm like, come on, let's get this in. He's like, no, I'm not going to eat. So I ordered the Taco Bell. Bitch, the man was sitting at the Taco Bell from 2:15 until 3:00 in the morning. So at like 2:40, I was like, hello, are you coming? Because the Taco Bell was like 8 minutes from my house. And he was like, yeah, I'm just sitting in line waiting. I was like, babe, for 35 minutes? He's like, yeah, there's a long line. I was like, okay, bitch. So now I'm on the bed falling asleep. So, like, when that late night hunger hits you and you want the thing and you order it and you think it's gonna be there by a certain time? Well, now we're an hour and a half into waiting for this thing. So now I'm falling asleep. I'm like, I don't want this food anymore. So now, but he comes here and I am like asleep. When he gets to the house, he's ringing the bell. I'm asleep. I go get it. And I was just so fat. I sat in that kitchen half asleep and I ate my entire Nachos Bel Grande, my entire Crunchy Taco Supreme, my entire fucking Chicken Cantina burrito, and went to sleep. I felt so fat. Like when I go to sleep right after I eat, I feel like the food just sits there and now I'm in the bed uncomfortable because I just had a whole fucking meal. And I finished my Baja Blast this morning, but like it just felt I felt so big backish. So big backish.
I will personally never understand the feeling of like not feeling good after eating a big meal. I will never get it. It has never made.
I'm uncomfortable.
It has never made sense to me. I have never once in my life had that experience. When I eat a big meal, I am so happy. I am so content. I feel like I am living a blissful experience. I don't know that I've been as happy as that in those moments when I lean back and unbutton my pants. I'm like, what a wonderful experience I have had today.
Then Bob,
Truly.
that shows me that you are not truly a fatty. Because us true fatties out there have been several times in my life that the number does not exist of the times where I have eaten to the point
The limit doesn't exist.
the limit, whatever, where I've eaten to the point that I am uncomfortable. This was a regular routine. Like there have been several times in my life.
The limit doesn't exist.
What?
The limit doesn't. Do you watch the show, Tamar? It's Mean Girls, bitch.
Oh yeah. Like there have been several times where I've eaten, Bob, when I am uncomfortable. Like I have stomach pains from the amount of food I have lodged into my stomach.
Maybe our bodies are just different. Maybe I have a tougher stomach lining. Maybe. In fact, let's talk about our stomach linings when we get back.
You
know who has a very strong stomach lining is the Blob.
I knew where this fucking line was going from
You
a
didn't know I was gonna talk about the
mile
Blob.
away.
You had no clue I was going to talk about the Blob.
Absolutely. Who else? Who else?
I would say that that Beast probably has a strong stomach lining. He looks like he eats a lot of protein. The Beast eats He is one of those carb loading. He's in his bulk era. Juggernaut probably has a strong stomach lining. Sabretooth probably has a strong
about
stomach
big
lining.
back behavior. And those people may be strong, but the Blob is the true. Honestly, I think the Blob is the only plus size person, like fat person in the MCU. I can't think of another fat superhero. That's crazy.
I loved the Blob growing up. I
thought
thought the Blob
evil.
was.
You would like an evil character. That sounds like you.
Well, I'm a well-rounded person, so I see that it's not all about that their evilness is more of a reaction than an action.
What is the Blob reacting to?
Well, first of all villains are just reacting, right? It's a reaction to their circumstances, it's a reaction to the world. Thanos isn't just like, I'm gonna kill half the people. Thanos is like, this is a reaction to what people have done. The earth needs healing. I'll be the one to heal it.
So tell me, what is Blob? Without looking it up, what is Blob reacting to?
I mean, he's probably harassing to people body shaming him his whole life. He's probably reacting to being called fat, not feeling attractive. Maybe he has some pent up sexual frustration. He might be an incel.
Oh my God, sexual.
And it's not far fetched to believe that.
Not sexualizing the Blob. These Marvel characters are not sexual.
Yeah, of course they are.
No.
Some of them are having sex and babies.
In the comic books, I mean, that does happen.
Jean Grey and
Cyclops.
Cyclops had a baby, and I mean, they're all someone's baby. You know? And yeah, but I think that but I'm pretty sure that but I do think any, I wouldn't say well written, a decently written villain is just reacting. They're not evil. I can only think of one well-written villain who is just actions instead of reactions.
Who?
And I wouldn't say he's just that, but the Joker. The Joker is kind of like, his whole thing is just, it is chaos. But I also think that the Joker,
well, we are in a Joker movie, yeah.
Well, the Joker has mental health issues. Like,
yeah.
the Joker is like, there's more than just I want to watch the world burn. The Joker does have apparently severe mental health issues. You can tell by his staying in the insane Arkham Insane Asylum. I know we're hopping over to the DC. Um, Staying in the Arkham Insane Asylum and stuff like that. So it's not just like I want to see chaos. It's like he doesn't know how to function without chaos. He doesn't know how to be a good person.
I just realized why your background it's so reminiscent to me, and like you look like, those people on like, there's that guy who pops up on probably on my For You page, because I guess I don't know what your For You page is.
Kendrick, certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up to scope with him. Can I
Anyway,
just do a quick shout out to FD Signifier. FD Signifier, you do not know who I am. You do not know who I am. I might be your biggest fan.
who is
FD
that?
Signifier is a YouTuber who does these video essays. I have listened to every single video essay you have ever done, ever. You are so smart,
About
so
what?
intelligent.
What are they about?
He does them sometime about wrestling. He does a lot of them about hip hop. He does a lot of them about he did one about Cop City in Atlanta. He's done them on Palestine. He's done them on a lot of it is hip hop culture. He done them on kayfabe in the hip hop world, Drake's impact on hip hop, Kanye West's impact on hip hop. I mean, they're really just brilliantly written essays and just so captivating. I downloaded Nebula and signed up for a lifetime subscription just because of this man.
What's
Anyway,
Nebula?
Nebula is kind of like a low key like a Patreon, except you get access to everyone. No, it's not like Patreon at all. Actually, it's more like a YouTube behind the paywall. Like if you pay money and then you can just access everyone on YouTube's YouTube pages.
Huh. So why not just do YouTube? I don't understand why we go to Nebula. Not YouTube.
Because Nebula doesn't have the same rules that YouTube has, so you can post. You don't get as many copyright restrictions. You don't get penalized for swearing, that kind of stuff. And also, it is owned by the creators.
So you look like that guy who like, let me show you how to get your videos. Do you wonder why your videos aren't clear like this? Let me show you how. And they're always like teaching you something in like a background that's like their bed and like a thing. Like you look like that. It's kind of disorienting to me. I'm like,
they're streamers.
Yeah, streamer. Why do
They're
all
usually
streamers always
streaming
have
from
the
the
beds in the
corner.
background?
Well, they're usually streaming from their bedroom because they're playing video games usually. So they're always in the corner and they're streaming video games. They're usually in the corner of their room and you see their beds behind them. And they also get the lights because it's just more aesthetically pleasing.
Interesting. So growing up, I would say the MCU was my first love into cinematic, well, not cinematic universe, but like into comics and cartoons and superheroes and shit. Like the MCU was my first experience because I watched the original X-Men, the X-Men cartoon, the one that they rebooted on Disney Plus, the original one. I used to watch that all the time on USA Networks in St. Lucia. It was the same channel that also used to do. Did you know about the Mortal Kombat TV show cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
They used to do that show too. And I was obsessed with the original X-Men. That's like, so in my opinion, that's why the X-Men are like my favorite superheroes, because they're the ones that first introduced me into what superheroes could be and supervillains. And I just was obsessed. And I think, in my personal opinion, the MCU is superior because I just think the library is just have way more superheroes in MCU than in DC. And I think now DC, the movies are just not up to snuff compared to the Marvel movies. Like, I mean, that's just, everyone knows this. But
I don't know that everyone does know that. I want to quickly say that my first superhero show I watched and fell in love with was actually Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were my favorite superheroes. I absolutely love them. But I did watch. No, the Ninja Turtles. I think they're I don't know, girl. There might be Nintendo. I don't know who the fuck they are. They're Capcom. I don't fucking know. But I think that we know that Marvel movies are certainly more they are more well received financially speaking, right?
For sure.
But I think as far as actually like just better movies, I think that it's pretty well documented that some of the best, like I would say in most people's favorite superhero movies, in the top 10, 3 of them are Batman movies. In the top 5, in the top 5, I would say most people's top 5, like at least 2 of them are Batman movies. Like Batman movies are so marvelously done. They are, I mean, depending on what era, you know, there's the Tim Burton era,
Yeah.
right? There's the Christopher Columbus era,
Christopher Columbus.
right?
He the one, the one with
He did the
Poison Ivy
really
and shit.
camp ones. He did the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Right.
Jim Carrey, Poison Ivy. I mean, Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
But Tim Burton was Danny DeVito.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And then
Nolan.
say again.
Christopher Nolan,
who did the Dark Knight, Bane,
yeah,
or the one with Bane.
That's Dark Knight Rises, yeah.
And then I don't know who directed this last one with Robert Pattinson in it. I don't know who directed that one.
I don't know either. But I will say, yeah, I would agree with that. People love the Batman era, but I mean, I can't think of, like, no shade to Superman, and I like the Superman movies because I just like people. Sometimes people go into, with the exception of the Christopher Nolan movies for me, I think that those, like, the story was exceptional in those. But like in when I go to superhero movies, I'm not always going for the story. Like, yes, the story is a nice thing to have and one that's fierce, but bitch, I'm going to see people use their fucking powers. Like, I'm going to see, like, how I've made it from what I've seen in comic books and what I've seen in cartoons. I want to see that live action. So like, I don't always care that the story's not great. I'm like, okay, whatever the story was ever, like, I want to see these motherfuckers use their powers and I want to see it for all intents and purposes in real life. So I don't care that the story isn't great. I don't give a fuck. I want to see magic powers.
Which is why I think that even in a world with all these amazing special effects and cool things that people do with superpowers, that's why it's so impressive that Batman is such a remarkable series, because he doesn't have any superpowers. You know, not most, but a lot of the superpowers in Batman are science based, like some crazy gadget that can't exist. But there are people who do have actual powers, like Poison Ivy has powers and stuff as well. So there are people who have powers, right? But like Bane, that's the science experiment. Dr. Freeze, that's a science experiment. You know, Two-Face doesn't have any powers. He just is mad and burnt up. You know what I mean? But when you look at how those, like, if you're here for story, you go to Batman. If you're here for spectacle, you go to what's the one? Avengers.
Yeah. I mean, Avengers and all MCU is spectacle. Like, there is no what is the comp of Batman to MCU? Like, there is no MCU that's driven in the same way that Batman is. Like, I'm trying to think of a movie like that in the MCU that exists. Jacob, can you think of one?
I don't know one. I mean, Batman's also much darker than most other superheroes. He's very dark-sided.
It's how they choose I mean, yes, the superhero, but are you talking about the movies or just the superheroes? Because I mean, there are dark superheroes in MCU.
No, but is there a series as dark as a Batman series? Even with Chris Columbus, when it was like camp, it was still so dark. It was just like,
I disagree with that.
Say again?
I disagree with that. I agree that the Christopher Nolan ones were dark, and the Tim Burton ones by nature, like Tim Burton, like, you know, it's a little, you know, but the Christopher Columbus ones, I don't feel like those were dark. Bitch, fucking Robin.
I mean, they're about as camp as they can. They're about as camp as they can be. I mean, they're about as dark as they can be considering how camp they were. But I felt like there were some pretty dark moments. Even, what was his name who played Two-Face for Chris Columbus?
Tommy Lee
Jones.
Yeah.
He was so good.
He was a great Two-Face. Great Two-Face. Right now,
there are very few people who've ever played a villain in Batman who were not good. Like, it is so rare. Jack Nicholson, great. Michelle Pfeiffer, great. Danny DeVito was amazing.
Tom Harding as Bane, so fucking good.
So good.
I wonder what would break first, Mr. Wayne. Your mind or your body?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought he was great.
He was really good.
As Mr. Freeze.
Jacob, not Jacob trying to shave Jacob, that is your ex-governor. You better put some respect on Arnold's name, baby.
I thought that Arnold was great. Uma Thurman was great.
Was so good.
I really was very impressed by Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Oh, wait, when was he the Penguin?
Girl, he has a whole TV show coming out.
Oh, and the new one, the Robert
Yeah,
Pattinson one. I'm
yeah.
gonna say I did not. I went to go see it in theaters at the fucking Chinese theater in Hollywood.
Yeah, we saw it together, Monét.
No, we didn't. I went with Andy.
I
Yeah,
saw the Chinese theater.
that's not true. We did see it. We saw it at the Chinese theater as well, but it was not Monet. It was
Yeah,
me, you, and
Jacob, let him know that is not
I
the
think
truth, Ellen.
Francisco.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I would never go in public with you. Only
Yeah.
behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Only behind closed doors.
Did y'all see how he was about to try to gather me? Like, Monet, yes, we did. Monet, yes, we did. Y'all, it was Jacob. You should have fucking held that on just a little bit longer, so this bitch could be here floundering, making
You
shit
know,
up.
some people who don't get a lot of victories, I can see this means a lot to you. Go ahead. You were saying?
Yeah, I didn't love that one. I wasn't in love with the Robert Pattinson Batman.
No, I agree. I didn't love it. I'm not thrilled about this run of Batman movies. I think I just don't like. I mean, he's a little emo. Like I like my Batman's mad, or I like them sexy, but like emo sexy, like I guess I'm the Batman. Like,
and also because of the what's Batman Christopher Nolan's what's his name again? The actor. The fucking
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Because Christian Bale did this voice. Now Robert Pattinson kind of like did his version of that. I'm like, bitch, do you use your own Batman voice? This is Christopher.
Well, I don't feel like, no one's doing what Christian Bale was doing. I don't think I really liked what Christian Bale did, but I actually got used to it. It was kind of like Trixie's makeup. Like, no shade, but like at first you're like, what the fuck is this? And after a while you're like, this is quite stunning. After a while you're like, I get it. And this is now what a woman looks like. Now that I've looked at Trixie long enough, I'm like, yeah, this is what women look like. What of it? You know?
Yeah.
But I imagine if you're seeing Trixie for the first time, you're like, is this a clown or I don't know. I literally don't know if this is a clown or not. But after a while, you're like, I get it. And in my head, this represents what a woman looks like. Do you have a favorite Batman?
Favorite Batman? I would say Batman Forever. It's my favorite Batman.
That was
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
You like that kinky shit.
Because girl, their costumes had nipples. I think that was low-key part of my sexual awakening. Like seeing these hard-ass nipples on these costumes. It was kind of wild.
You like that nasty shit. You know,
What's
it's
yours?
hard to pick because I want to just say out loud that I am genuinely a massive fan of Michael Keaton. I just think that Michael Keaton is just a fantastic actor.
Oh, he's great.
Like, you know, I believe that Michael Keaton did Batman and Beetlejuice, and they came out in the same year, which is funny because this year he reprised his role as Batman for The Flash.
Oh,
like
yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he's doing Beetlejuice again.
Wait, he was in The Flash? Oh, yes, he was. Yeah.
For like, I haven't seen it, but it was online. It was like a little short moment.
Yeah.
But Michael Keaton, I mean, if y'all do not know about Michael Keaton, like you got to get up on your Michael Keaton game. Like this man is Beetlejuice. He's Batman. He's Birdman.
He was Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. He's a very good. He has a wide range, and he's incredibly what? Are you thinking about the mind meld game again?
No, in Jack Frost, when like at the end, when like he like the powers go away and his son has to like come to terms with his dad's not gonna be running. Well, that shit used to say I would cry every time. That shit was so sad because his dad died and he had him back at Jack Frost for so long, and then the powers couldn't have any more. He had to like say goodbye. That shit was so sad.
When the Baja Blast finally hits.
Oh my God, I used to love Jack Frost. It's such a good movie.
I've only seen it once.
So good. Well, Bob, anyway.
But yeah, I'm a really big fan of Michael Keaton, but I genuinely thought Christian Bale did a great job. Maybe it's because those movies were just so good. Like those movies were, oh my God! Like
The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises was so good.
Okay, which one do you think is better, Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises? Which one do you think is better?
The Dark Knight is the best Batman movie of all time.
Agreed.
This movie was, when I was sat, when I was like, I'm sat, was when the Joker walked in and said, he, aha, 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 aha. And I thought my jokes were bad. I was like, this is going to be great. This is truly going to be fantastic.
So good.
And yeah, it was just such a good movie. I remember I remember loving the character Gamble. Do you remember Gamble?
In Dark Knight Rises, who's that?
In Dark Knight, Gamble was the mobster who was like who like 50,000 to bring this clown back
Oh,
to
the
me
fat
dead.
guy. The fat guy.
No, he wasn't fat. He was buff.
I don't remember that.
And then he was a black guy. He was pretty buff. And then he was like $50,000 for this clown dead, or $1 million. I can't remember how much money it was. And then the Joker came to him.
This is one of these people that's only famous to black people. Him.
Yeah. And then the Joker came to him in a body bag, and then he popped up and killed.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. And I genuinely think that Maggie Gyllenhaal was fantastic. I think
great.
that Christian Bale was fantastic. Maggie Gyllenhaal was the girlfriend.
And
she's Jake Gyllenhaal's sister.
Spoiler alert. She dies.
Oh, and she gets cut off in the middle of her sentence.
Yeah.
She didn't even get to say it.
Because the way that the writing of that is so good, because you have to save these two things, and if he saved one, he lose the other one, and he ended up losing Maggie.
Obviously, there's some spoiler. We'll do a spoiler at the top of the episode. But like, when Batman finds out that he's saving the commissioner
instead of Maggie,
and then he's not saving her. Oh,
so good.
My God, he was fucked up.
Yeah, girl.
No, wait.
Yes, that's what happened.
Yeah, Batman found out he was saving the commissioner, not her, and she found out at the same time because he thought he was rushing
to her. Yeah,
and then she was literally like, "Okay, you're here. Where are you?" And then she was like, "Oh shit, you're not coming."
Oh my God. Okay, so scenario. You have to save me or Jacob. You don't know who you're saving.
Jacob. Let's.
You're such a fucking cunt. You're such a
Jacob.
cunt.
I'll be there.
Yeah, bitch, surprise, it's gonna be me. And then I'm like, yeah, ha ha, nigga, ha
ha. As my partner's dying, that's crazy.
Jacob is dead as hell.
Ha ha, as my partner's dying is crazy.
Okay, wait, what is your favorite movie from the MCU?
I'm gonna go with the first X-Men movie.
Oh my God, me too! Yes!
Yeah.
Why
the first
that?
X-Men movie, I found it to be really. I do think the best show from the MCU is WandaVision. If you've not watched WandaVision, I 10 out of 10 recommend it. WandaVision is a really
and
good
Ocean
show.
Kelly has a great WandaVision song. If you haven't heard it, it's so good. This podcast is supported by FX's English Teacher, a new comedy created by and starring Brian Jordan Alvarez, and from the executive producer that brought you What We Do in the Shadows. English Teacher follows Evan, a teacher in Austin, Texas, who learns if it's really possible to be your full self at your job while often finding himself at the intersection of the personal, professional, and political aspects of working at a high school. FX's English Teacher is now streaming on Hulu, all new Mondays on FX.
But I think I you know what it was? So I grew up watching X-Men.
Oh my God, that should be a bonus song.
All right, no, but I grew up watching the X-Men and just thinking. Also, it's the gayest. They're the gayest franchise of all the.
Absolutely not, bitch. Deadpool, the Deadpool universe is so fucking gay. He literally gets pegged.
Okay, getting pegged doesn't make you gay.
You know what I mean?
Anal sex does not a homo make.
Deadpool is gay. Deadpool is literally making gay jokes the entire time, talking about "fuck me," put this in my mouth.
But no, it's over. It's too overt. It's like straight guys who pretend to be gay because they think it's funny. The X-Men are faggots. They're fags, and Deadpool is a straight guy who thinks it's funny.
No,
to
Deadpool
kiss
is
guys
not
when he's
straight. Those are not straight.
No, in the comic books, Deadpool is canonically queer.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. He's not as gay as the X-Men. They are just
why the X-Men gay?
First of all, so many of them. It's a parade. Let's just start with that. Everywhere they go, it's a full-on parade. They have the most gay icons Two. I mean, Storm,
Storm is a
gay icon.
for sure.
Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, gay icon. Mystique, gay icon.
Okay, who's Mystique you think is better? Rebecca Ramon or Katniss Everdeen? Jennifer
Boy,
Lawrence.
say this woman's name.
Jennifer
Say this.
Lawrence.
Get this woman her name. You know, Rebecca Ramon Stamos was obviously a very silent Catwoman. She was just kind of like she was kind of like a sentinel almost. Like she was like a weapon being used. And she had very little to say. I liked the way that she looked more.
Yes.
Like, I thought that her look, they humanized Mystique too much when Jennifer Lawrence played her for me.
Yeah.
And when Rebecca Ramon Stamos, she looked very creaturey, which I personally really, really loved. But yeah, I really sorry. We're reading a note from Jacob. We'll address this in a second. But yeah, I visually I liked, but I do think that Jennifer Lawrence just had more options, more opportunities to present her character than Rebecca Ramon Stamos did.
Her Mystique just had more there was more depth of character. We just learned so much of the story. So I think maybe that's why they
Also, if you guys go watch the Deadpool versus Wolverine movie, at the end of the movie, there is a beautiful throwback to the 30 years. Or that's probably too long, 20-something years of these actors playing these roles.
X-Men came out in 2000, so 24 years ago.
Do you know there's only two? Have we discussed? There's only two actors who've ever portrayed Wolverine on film.
Hugh Jackman and who?
You will never guess the second one.
Sir Ian McKellen.
The world's most famous twink.
Eddie Redmayne?
Girl, the king of the bottoms.
I don't know who that is.
Troye Sivan.
Troye Sivan on what?
Troye Sivan plays young Wolverine.
In what?
In X-Men.
That's Troye Sivan?
In Logan, the movie Logan.
Yeah,
in the movie Logan.
You don't even know the movie.
Well, an X-Men movie. They all have like X-Men this, X-Men that. That is Troye Sivan.
Is it really? Oh wow! I didn't know.
Wait, sorry,
that.
it's X-Men Origins Wolverine, not Logan.
Oh yeah. So suck it up, Monet. You soak that up.
Bitch, your boyfriend said Logan, not me.
No, but you was quick to co-sign.
I like how you coming for me, but not your damn man.
You was quick to co-sign because Jacob didn't have no smoke.
But not your fucking boyfriend.
Jacob didn't have the smoke. You came with the smoke, so you're gonna
Jacob
get the
had
cough.
The smoke.
Let me tell you right now, when you inhale the smoke, you're the one who coughs.
What the fuck are you talking about? So my favorite movie from the MCU is X-Men as well. Like, okay, two things. Two of my favorite scenes in all the MCU is number one, when the guy, the senator melts in X-Men. I don't know why. First of all,
through the bars.
No, when he like dies, when he's on the table at the thing. And I send that to Andy. I send that meme to people all the time. Like when I'm like hot, when over something, I'm like, bitch, this is literally me right now, melting to something.
When you're on shrooms in Mesopotamia, you're just melting away.
And the second is with Mystique. I think it's X-Men. I think the first X-Men when she's handcuffed and she does the thing. She hops over Wolverine and she does the trick and gets out of the handcuffs and she fights.
Oh, the turn, like the barrel turn kind of twist thing?
No, she's handcuffed and she literally just hops over. It's so simple. I don't know why that scene is so fucking hot and so fucking cunt to me. I live.
So some of my favorite moments are, some of them are bad, so bad they're good. Do you know what happens to a frog when he gets electrocuted?
Yeah,
when it's struck by lightning? And she goes, same thing happens to everyone else. You're like, what's it gonna be? Same thing happens to everyone else. And I also really enjoyed Lady Deathstrike versus Wolverine because she was eating his ass. Lady Deathstrike was eating he just getting fucked up. Could not handle the doll. He could not handle her, honey.
But bitch, when he fucking takes that fucking adamantium thing and puts it in her and sinks her to the bottom of that water, that fucking death is sickening. Also, yes, X-Men, I know what y'all in the comments saying, especially the big X-Men fans, Marvel Cinematic Universe. The way that Storm was nerfed in the first series of X-Men movies is a disservice to humanity and a disservice to society. I know it is fucking horrible because she is literally one of the most powerful mutants in all of Mutantville, okay? But just, I think for maybe millennials like Bob and I, seeing like your favorite X-Men actually realized in live action was just so exciting. So I think that's why the movie just holds a special place in clearly both of our hearts, because it was just like seeing these motherfuckers you watch on do their little cartoon shit, seeing in real life was just so fierce.
Are you ready for the conversation everyone's having online?
Wait, before you say that, so second close to me, even though a lot of people hate that movie, I don't care. Fuck your mama. I don't care what your thoughts are. X-Men 3, when Jean Grey is fully Dark Phoenix out and she fucking makes Professor Xavier, when she blows him up into a million pieces. X-Men 3, The Last Stand is my second favorite Marvel movie. Period.
I thought it was a good movie too. I like when she picks up all the cars.
A lot of people hate that movie. People are like,
"Oh, really?
It's the girl." Jacob, pull up something. People are like, it is garbage. I can't believe people think it's the worst movie in Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Did you play X-Men with your friends on the playground?
No one ever played X-Men, actually.
I did all the time. We played Power Rangers and we played X-Men.
We played Power Rangers. Who are you? Who are you in X-Men? What? Professor X?
Storm, Monét. I was Storm every time, without fail. Every single time I was Storm. And we played Power Rangers. Who are you?
I always wanted to be the Pink Ranger.
But who'd you end up being?
The Pink Ranger.
Oh. They made me the Blue Ranger because I wear glasses.
Oh, Billy.
I was Billy because I wear. They were like, you wear glasses. You're Billy. I was like, oh, that's how you're gonna do me.
So did you know the first season of Power Rangers? Do you know like you watch Power Rangers, the first season, the one that's out? All of that is ripped from the Japanese show. Like everything you're seeing, like the opening credits of them doing all this and then doing the flips and the turns in the battle sequences, those are all from the original Japanese version. The only ones that are new are like the ones where they're out of the costume. Anything of them in costume doing like acrobatic tricks, they just stole that or took it from the original Japanese.
I'm sure they paid.
I don't know who paid what, but none of that was made. That is all taken from the thing.
Interesting. They probably save a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the conversation everyone online is having. This is a huge conversation on Black Nerd TikTok.
Blurred.
Is Storm getting a silk press? Does she have a sew-in? Or is that how her hair grows? I want to hear your thoughts.
You know, I think that...
Can you bring us some images so we can look at them, Jacob, so we can really contemplate this? And I mean, maybe a little bit of Halle Berry and a little bit of the cartoon. Storm's hair is laid, but it has volume. So it's not like, it's not like flat. It's been, if it is treated, her hair has been silk pressed, probably hot combed, maybe a perm, and then some added volume to give it the waves. The like, not the waves, but like the volume. Her hair is quite voluminous.
It is. I think Storm is out here getting a silk press. I think Storm is out here getting her hair done. Also, you know, she can expedite a lot of the process just using her powers and manipulating the weather around her. Like Storm is probably just around this space. She's probably adding a little humidity so that her hair can like puff up a little bit and give her the volume that she needs. Like Storm can control the weather.
But if it's a silk press and you give it too much humidity, you're gonna have a fro again.
But yeah,
so she can't be out here in these streets giving humidity.
Bob, she's a Category 5 mutant. Storm can create...
No, but humidity still... But she still has... apparently, you can't say nappy anymore. 4C is what the Gen Z's are...
a bad word?
Apparently, nappy's a bad word. I remember I called my hair nappy. Someone was like, and that's why you niggas hate yourselves. I was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't say nappy as a bad thing. Nappy's not a pejorative, baby. Nappy is not a pejorative. Okay.
Yes. So this artist made the X-Men and they were going to the Met Gala, and I think that is like Storm.
No, it's called the
Hellfire Gala.
The Hellfire Gala. That's what it is.
Yeah. And it's like in the comic books. It's like the Met Gala for the X-Men, but like there are comic books about it. They all have cunty looks.
Yeah. So I think Storm is getting some. She's adding some. She's also creating weather around her head to give her the perfect coif and shape. Like instead of 20% humidity, Storm is adding 0.2% humidity to give it exactly what it needs.
I don't really. I mean, I've never had my. That's not true. That I was about to just lie to you all. I was gonna say I've never had a perm. That's just a lie. I've had several perms in my life,
Did
actually.
you really?
Yes. Well, I just want to say an S curl is just a perm for men. So
Yeah,
if you were a young boy who got an S curl,
I sure
I
did.
assure you, you had a perm.
I
I
sure
want to I
did.
want to assure you, you fully got a perm, just marketed toward men.
So, which is
But
so
I had
interesting. So, is the reason why perms make our hair straight and other textures curly? Like, does a perm do the opposite of
they
what?
are they are completely different
So, why do we call it a
processes
perm?
because it permanently changes your hair.
Oh, but not permanently because it grows. It grows back.
I
It
mean,
changes.
because it's not like a curl. You know what I
What?
mean? Because it's not like a curling iron. Like a curling iron, by the time you do a little bit of this, a perm it just lasts for a long time. Permanent mean like it lasts very long time. So yes, you can both white people and black people can unperm their hair through water actually. Um, but it's a little different for white people. But yeah, it's the same. It's different processes though. We're not putting the same perms in our hair.
Okay, yeah. The name itself is the shortened version of permanent hairstyle. The chemicals work to alter the hair and break the bonds that determine
Yeah, that's what I just said.
your natural. No one say you didn't. I just want to
Yeah.
confirm that's what it is. That determine your natural hair's texture and look. Usually, the process takes okay. Work.
Um, but I think that Storm is getting a sew in. I think it's a weave because I don't think that Storm wants to use her powers to do. I mean, maybe she does want to. Maybe I don't know how much concentration it takes. To have to constantly navigate the humidity around your head. But if you are having just I think that Storm has cornrows and she has wefts sewn with a cap. She has the braids like this. You ever seen these braids?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Storm because also like it's not a wig because the wind blows and the wind is and I mean it's Storm. The wind is blowing.
Oh,
You know
honey,
what I mean?
because Storm is out in these streets using Mastix P, Krylon. She's not out here using Got to Be to glue her wigs down, honey. She's using Mastix P.
I think it is a full on sew in with a closure.
Mm.
That's what I think personally. Some people are saying it's a mutation. Her hair is just mutated to be.
I mean,
that way.
it did make her hair stark white. So also maybe. I mean, look at Beyonce. Beyonce be on stage. Maybe Storm is getting her hair done by Neil Faraya, and he's giving her the Beyonce treatment.
Well, what's Beyonce's product called?
A sacred. Storm is out here sacred.
Maybe Storms is a sacred ambassador. By the winds of the Caspian Sea, use my code to get 50% off of Sacred.
Did you see the new Deadpool versus Wolverine?
I did. I saw it in theaters.
I did too. At the Chinese theater.
No, I saw it at the.
I didn't see it there either.
I saw it at the at Universal.
I did too, actually.
With Assad on his birthday, actually.
Oh, work.
Right? Is that what we saw with Assad, Jacob?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Not about having to check in with Jacob now because this nigga can't remember what the fuck he be doing.
And I will say this: it was fun. I do think though that the first Deadpool movie I really think it was revolutionary for superhero films. It was so different.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so different that I think that the shock of that seeing a Deadpool movie for the first time has worn off on me. Right? Like when he looks straight to camera and they start playing 9 to 5 and he starts killing everyone, you're like, this is so crazy. Like they don't do this. This is not something you do in superhero movie. This is something you do in like some comedy or some, Christopher Guest film. This is not what you do this is what you do in The Office. You don't do this in a superhero movie.
Right.
So to see him, and it was just so camp and it was just so funny. And the new one is pretty camp and it is pretty funny. There was a moment with Professor X's little sister. I was like, this bitch got a fucking attitude problem.
Bitch, first of all, I never knew Professor X had a sister. Like, I did not, and this bitch is powerful.
And she's not even as powerful as Professor X.
Which is wild. So why can't, see, that's what I'm saying. So why can't Professor do all this shit too then?
Because he's benevolent.
Who cares?
He does. That's why he's the leader. You don't want to. So you don't want someone. You don't want Wolverine at the helm of the ship.
I
flying
do.
off the
I want a
handle.
Wolverine. I want a Magneto. That's what I want.
And that's why you'll always be on the losing team, like Magneto, getting your ass whooped by Professor X. That's why Magneto walks around with that little hat on, because he's afraid of Professor X. That is the only reason he's wearing that helmet.
I
is
know.
because he is literally afraid of Professor X. Same with Juggernaut. The only reason Juggernaut wears that little helmet is because he's literally afraid of Professor X.
And Juggernaut is Professor's brother, right? So that means that lady was Juggernaut's little sister.
So everyone who has a close connection to Professor X, they know. Guard your shit. Don't ever get caught lacking. Don't ever.
The gag is Professor. Oh, she has been able. Okay. Since she copied Xavier's genetic code, Cassandra Nova possesses all of his immense telekinetic power, making her one of the most powerful psychics in the universe. Bob, that's literally in the article. She has been able.
That doesn't mean she's more powerful than Xavier.
She has been able to use her powers in ways that Xavier has not. That
doesn't mean she's more powerful.
Hold on, even outclassing telepathic powerhouses like Xavier. So outclassing meaning that she is at a higher class.
Okay, let me just be clear. You're just don't act like this is knowledge you had in your brain.
You're just reading it. I'm reading it.
No, you're acting like, yeah, Bob. You're like, yeah, Bob. Bitch, don't act like
I did not say, yeah, Bob. It was in the article. I did not say it. I was just reading the article.
Okay, now you're gaslighting. You said, yeah, Bob.
Yeah, it was in the article.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sure, Jan.
So she has outclassed Professor X, meaning that she is more powerful than him.
But Professor X is still incredibly powerful, which is why they're always wearing their helmets around him. Like they are literally afraid of him.
Well, I wonder who is the most. Jake, can you look it up? I know I know who most of the Class 5 mutants are, but there probably is not a way to decide this. Who is the most powerful mutant? Like, who is...
it's Phoenix.
Phoenix, right? Dark Phoenix. Yeah, she can literally,
and then probably after that, I would say Magneto.
Wait, after her is Magneto?
Yeah, I mean, Magneto does, like, really crazy stuff with, like, the Earth's magnetic force field, and, like... Yeah. He like when he's like really in his bag, I think he does like interplanetary movement, like using the like magnetic pull of individual planets. And I know he like plants like he does weird things with like the Earth's rotation and stuff.
Well, obviously Thanos is he's not a mutant, but Thanos is very powerful in the MCU, clearly.
Okay, wait. Wait, hold up. I found the list. This is by The Gamer of the 10 most powerful mutants. Okay, Bob, don't look it up. See if you can guess. Going down from 10.
I'm gonna go with Professor X, Magneto, the Juggernaut, Jean Grey, Cyclops is actually quite powerful. I can't do all 10. No.
Okay, starting at 10, which is Franklin Richards, which I've never heard of Franklin Richards.
Oh, Franklin! That nigga is strong.
Bob, shut
Don't fuck with Franklin.
Shut the fuck up.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified Franklin, I'm the one that up to skull with him.
He is.
Nigga, your name is Franklin. I wish you would talk shit. You guys better watch out. Here comes Franklin Richards. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Get a name. Get a mutant name. Franklin.
He can manipulate space and time. He's from Fantastic Four and gained their abilities during a freak accident in space that exposed him to cosmic radiation. So similar to Dark Phoenix.
Have you seen the trend online? What's your stud name? What's your real name? What's your street name? What's your real name?
Who's that?
There's a trend that started. What's your street name? What's your real name? So they'd be like, what's your street name? He'd be like, catch him on the street, blop, blop. Like, what's your real name? They're like, Carl. And then this lesbian from Atlanta started one called What's Your Stud Name? What's Your Real Name? They're like, she's like, what's your stud name? They're like, JT. They're like, what's your real name? And she's like, Brittany. And someone should do that with the X-Men. Like, what's your mutant name? Cyclops. What's your real name?
Scott.
Whatever his real name is.
Scott Summers.
Scott Summers. What's your X-Men name? Beast. What's your real name?
Hank
Bartholomew.
McCoy.
What is the Beast?
Hank McCoy.
Hank McCoy. What's your mutant name? Juggernaut. Yeah. What's your real name? Eric.
He's Miles Lansdowne.
Oh, Miles Lansdowne. I just think that'd be, and someone needs to do it with drag queen. What's your drag name? What's your drag name? Monét Exchange. What's your real name? Kevin Burton. Christopher Caldwell.
Yeah, I know I have a pretty. My name is on a scale of like 1, like black to white, like 1 to 10. I think my name, Kevin Burton, is probably a 7. Christopher Caldwell. The Caldwell is what's sending me because Burton is like French, whatever. But Christopher.
How many Caldwells do you know?
I don't know a lot of Caldwell. What I'm saying, just I don't know.
Every
a lot of
Caldwell you know is black.
No, Casey Caldwell is white as fuck.
You know, the most of the Caldwells you know are black.
I only know one.
Put it that way. You know Stephen Caldwell, you know Christopher Caldwell, you know Justin Caldwell, you know Martha Caldwell, you know a lot of Caldwells, honey.
I would just say the name Christopher Caldwell just sounds white. Like that is like a 9.
I don't think Chris is a white name.
No, not just Chris. Christopher Caldwell sounds. You sound like you were about to call me about some fucking health insurance shit. So I'm like, hey, Kevin.
Yeah, but nigga, you're Kevin.
Okay, wait. Number 9 is Dark Phoenix, Jacob. Dark Phoenix. Number 8 is Leech. Oh, because Leech can steal your powers. But I don't know how long he can do it. This skill works. Oh, it's only on proximity. So, okay. 7 is Storm. Storm is 7 on the list of 10. That's crazy.
You thought she's gonna be higher?
Yeah, I thought someone would be like in like the top 5. Magneto is number 6. Professor X is number 5. Wolverine is number 4. He's also immortal, so that is a big thing. Like you can like do a thing, but Wolverine he can't die, so that is pretty powerful. Number 3 is Legion. I've never heard of Legion. Oh, he's the son.
I've heard of Legion. I'm on MCU TikTok, so I've heard of Legion.
He's the son of Professor Xavier. Legion exhibited a variety of different powers, bringing him up as an Omega level. Different power for each one. Okay. Number 2 is Rogue. Okay, Rogue is my second favorite mutant. Top one is Storm, then Rogue. And then number.
Isn't she from Louisiana or
she is.
No,
that's why her and Gambit bond.
I think you're thinking of Gambit.
But
she's from somewhere in the South.
Okay, because here's the thing: in the cartoon, Rogue had like she had a Louisiana accent.
It says she's from Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi, that's what it is.
She racist. She racist, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin Rogue for y'all, but that bitch racist. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't want to ruin your fave. That bitch is racist.
Specifically, Caldecott County. Oh, I think it's a fake county. I think that's a fake county.
I never heard of that before.
Number 1. Who do you think number 1 is?
I don't know.
Quicksilver.
Caldecott County is in western Mississippi, lying along the Mississippi River. It's a rural area with decaying antebellum plantations and small hamlets scattered throughout.
That bitch racist. Did she live down by the Delta?
They have Quicksilver as number 1.
No, Quicksilver is very powerful. I don't know he was from the X-Men universe. I thought he was from the Fantastic Four universe or whatever that was.
Being able to move at supersonic speeds, Quicksilver can move faster than time itself as he quickly saves multiple mutants, including a dog. Oh, God, anyway.
Isn't he the one who like peeked through someone's shield, like Wanda's shield, and was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Quicksilver might be it, but I couldn't remember his name because I don't really know much about Mr. Silver. Or Quick. He likes to be called Quick.
Quick.
I don't know much about Quick.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? And it popped up on my fucking For You page, the fucking episode of us when I was in Joshua Tree. And we were talking about powers and stuff like that. And how every time we redid the powers, yours was just fucking getting labor and labor as hell. And then you were trying to find ways to take my fucking powers down.
Well, let's do Power Generator again. We're going to see who's about to win this battle.
Because your shit
Bring it up, Jacob.
Y'all, go back and listen to the episode. Bob came to get the lamest powers. And because he was over here, Bob's powers were like, you can read a book. You can stick a
I'm
post-it.
Smart. We're about to have a LARP battle right now. We're going to get our powers. We're going to have a LARP battle. So you don't know, LARP is live action role play.
Okay, are we doing
screen share, Jacob? So Monét can't accuse us of anything.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Here's an ad. Okay.
Oh look! See y'all, Jake already got excuses. Oh, there's an ad. I can't share.
Okay, are we doing 3 superpowers? 5, 1? How many?
3 powers.
3 powers. Okay.
Okay, fine.
We can go back and just do 1, but I feel like 3 is probably a better.
Let's do 3.
Okay, and who are we starting with?
Let's rock, paper, scissors, so it's fair.
Well, Jacob has to call it.
Okay. And on shoot.
Yeah, bitch.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Go again, Jacob. We tied.
Oh, okay. Sorry, because I'm screen sharing. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn. Okay.
That's my first power. Outdoing you.
Oh my God, he's such a fucking
I'm
monster.
lucky. What's that lucky girl name?
I forget. A domino.
Domino.
Oh, I
That's a
see.
great
We
superpower.
can
Being lucky is a great superpower.
It is great. Great.
we can also change it to 1 power or 2. Do you
No,
want to do
three.
1
Let's
power
do three. Let's do
instead?
three.
Okay.
Jacob's trying to get out of here. Jacob got somewhere to be.
Well, we are trying to record 2 episodes this session.
Jacob's got somewhere to be.
Okay. Essokinesis, ability to create, alter, or even destroy reality in the laws it is bound with the power of the mind.
You're done. You're
Plant
dead.
manipulation.
Wait, Jacob, pause. You are DOA.
Oh, nigga, you don't know what my powers are. Mine might be a dampener, bitch, and I will dampen all of your shit.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Go ahead, keep reading, Jacob.
Plant manipulation and hydrokinesis, the ability to control water.
Nigga,
Oh,
you
are
are
you on
a
shrooms?
botanist.
Wait, are you on shrooms? Because if you are, did you smoke weed? Because I will rip your inside. Wait, go back, Jacob. I'm not done reading. I will rip your insides out. I dare you to smoke a little bit of pot around me. I dare you to have even a hint. Did you eat a salad today?
Nigga,
You better be a carnivore.
you are a botanist talking about some plant manipulation.
And then, by the way, how much of your body's made of water? 70%? Monét, you are done. You're toast.
Okay, Jake.
All right.
Go ahead and show Monét her
Y'all see how they rigged how they stacked the court in this fucking bullshit? Here we go.
Monet has self-immortality.
Yeah. So try to kill me, nigga. You can't kill me, honey.
I'll imprison you.
You can't kill the doll. You can't kill the doll.
Dust mimicry, transformation, or manifestation of dust-like substance or properties.
And nigga, dust is everywhere. I'm gonna come in your little house and I will make a fucking dust soldiers and fucking dust your ass up.
No, Monét, you don't. Wait. You don't manipulate dust. You become dust. You turn into dust.
And you cannot kill dust. Dust will exist forever.
And electrical transportation, ability to teleport or transport oneself or others using electrical currents or energy.
So
Bitch,
I'm immortal.
You're a landline.
I'm immortal.
What are you, DSL?
I'm immortal. I'm a dust bunny, baby. So you cannot kill me. You cannot kill me.
Okay, so let's talk about how you're about to get completely annihilated. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna let you catch. I'm gonna let you run up on me. Go ahead, run up. Where we at? Where we at? Where do you catch me?
So we are at the PEG warehouse, aka Trixie's laboratory.
Okay.
And I know you're there because you guys are having a meeting about this next world domination because y'all are both evil. Y'all are trying to take over the world in some fucking scary capacity. So
Okay, now we need to do Trixie's powers. No plan.
so I come in and I come into the front door and I knock. And you're like, oh, Trixie, I'll get it. You open the door, but you don't see anything. That's because I have turned into dust and I have now come into the laboratory, right? And I am walking around and I'm trying to thwart your plans. And then I come up to life.
Okay, you get too many steps. When do I start? When do I get to make a move? You don't get to say what I'm doing. You don't get to make me. You don't get to make me open the door. You get to say what you're doing, and then I get to tell you if I'm opening the door.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Okay, and I get up and open the door, and I see dust particles, which is like, I know Monét's on her bullshit because I see dust particles, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then I make all the cardboard, because it's made of wood, float up in the air in the warehouse, and it's above my head. And you are now.
Wait,
I feel like
you
you're
can
nervous.
control wood? That's not hydro.
All plant life. All plant life, baby.
No, wood does not count. Poison ivy
Listen.
cannot control wood. You see, nigga, you can.
If
there's a limit.
Magneto can control the iron in your bloodstream, I can control cardboard.
I don't think that's fair. You cannot
Plant
control
life.
cardboard.
Plant life. Bitch, if you're a vegan, it's a wrap.
You cannot control cardboard. That is insane.
No, you can't control cardboard. And that's clear.
So the dust, you do that, and because of dust, bitch, now I'm blowing around. So now I need to, I turn into electricity and I go into the lights and I shut all your shit down, so you can't see shit.
Oh my God, your electricity and your dust, and I control water. It's a wrap on you. Bitch, if I throw your mud, You are now mud. I have thrown water on the dust. You are now electrified mud. You can't, you're short circuiting all over the place. And not only that, I have ripped away all the walls. I've ripped away everything. Because I control reality. Everything is blown away. We are standing in a void. All I can see is dust particles now, right? Because everything is blown away. So all I see is me and you. You have nowhere to hide now.
So you have just destroyed your factory. This factory y'all have taken years to build. You're just
and I can bring it back just like that. I'm trying to find the pest. I'm trying
what
to find
you
the
didn't know
pest.
was that I went as electricity. I got the Thanos glove, and now I have all the power stones. So now I am counteracting your reality.
But how does as electricity you went? You really that was the worst. That was the laziest writing. As electricity, I went and got the Thanos glove. Now I could have easily said that I just manipulated it. I could have easily done that, but I chose.
But you didn't.
To be creative. You cannot go get the Thanos glove
I move
as
faster.
electricity.
Okay, as electricity, I can move faster than the speed of light.
Electricity does not move faster than the speed of light.
I can.
Electricity does not. You can watch electricity. You see lightning go you with your own eyes.
And I've seen my lights go on.
But no, that is light. Electricity and light are two different things, Monet. And I need to know that you know that.
I'm trying to find a way to kill you.
You're dead. Thank you all for coming. And,
Okay,
and with
but
that,
Monet, you're immortal, so you just need to wait like 90 years and then you're fine.
that's the plan. That's the only option you have. And by the way, you're trapped. I've built a prison around you, and after I'm dead, and you're gonna want to help me stay alive. Because if I'm gone, you'll never get out of this box.
God.
And with that, thank you for coming on my show.
Goodbye, bitch. I hate you.